Hey YouTube, this is TNG here. So today, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can emulate the Android operating system. So basically, we're going to get up an Android emulator up and running on Mac or Windows. So the tutorial is going to be taking place on Mac, but the method should essentially be the same on either operating system, because we're going to be using Genymotion for this tutorial. So first, however, before we even download Genymotion, let's go ahead and download VirtualBox. I'll put the link below in the description. But VirtualBox is essentially, if you haven't heard of it, it's VM software, so it's actually used for running a whole host of different operating systems like Linux, distros, and whatever you want to do. And even though this tutorial won't require us to interact with VirtualBox, we have to have it installed as kind of an underlying base to make Genymotion work. So anyway, it would appear that we are running OS X, so we're going to go for that. If you're in Windows, of course, go for the Windows version. And we're just going to let this download here. And while it's downloading, or actually, you know what? I actually have just remembered I already have VirtualBox downloaded on this machine. So after it's downloaded, just go ahead and open the DMG. Mine happens to be right here. Alright, so you're going to be greeted to this window here. We have this nice looking VirtualBox logo, but what's important to us is what's to the left of that logo, the .pkg file, which is actually the installer that we're going to be using for this tutorial to install VirtualBox. So just hit continue, hit install after that. Alright, so it just had me it just had me type in my password because it needs your password to actually install, but I just cut that out like on all my other tutorials just so that I'm not really huge in sharing my name on YouTube, so. But anyway, VirtualBox is going to begin installing. It should be a nice and quick install. And just some details on the rest of the tutorial. So we're gonna, like I said before, we're gonna be using Genymotion, which is a popular Android emulator. And now if you just go on the Genymotion website, and of course the VirtualBox just finished installing, forgot to mention that, but if you just go on the Genymotion website, again I'll leave a link for this in the description below, but if you just head to this website, you'll notice it talks all about buying things and like all these different plans to buy it, but in small text, where is it? If you go to buy Genymotion, in small text down over here, it lets you know that if you want to if you want Genymotion for just personal use, as in you're not using it for commercial gain or for financial gain, you literally just want to mess around with it, which is the purpose of this tutorial, to download it here. So it's a little obscure. They don't really advertise that there's a free version of it too much because they really want people to pay for it, but they are nice enough to provide a free version. So let's just go ahead and hit the Get Genymotion button. And here it's going to want you to sign in and download. Just go through all that stuff, the download, the rest should be pretty self-explanatory. So after it's downloaded, go ahead and open up the resulting DMG file. It's going to start verifying stuff for us. DMG files can be a little bit annoying to open up sometimes. And there we go. So luckily there's no package, there's no installer, they're just kind of drag and drop situation. So just drag it into your applications folder. Takes a second to install. And presto, we are good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of VirtualBox and Genymotion websites respectively. And now you'll notice your shiny new Genymotion application. So just go ahead and open that up. So now I've had Genymotion installed on my computer before, so I'm pretty sure all the app data for me is still there, even though I uninstalled it for the purposes of this tutorial. But I'm just going to go through how to make a new virtual device, even though I'm pretty sure, yeah, see, look, my old ones are still here. I'll just delete this one, just so that I can show you guys how it works. So if you want to add a new device, you know what, just to make mine look like yours, I'm going to uninstall all of these. Alright, so it should be blank for you, but if it's not, doesn't really matter. Just go up to the top, hit add, and these are essentially going to be all the options available. So at the top here you have filters. You can specify by OS version or the device itself. I want the latest and greatest from Android, especially since I recently just ordered my new Nexus 6P, so I'm pretty excited to check out the software. So I'm going to go with the 6P 6.0.0. And so just select your operating system and device of choice, hit next again, and it should start installing here for us. So this is going to take a little bit, just be patient, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the end of this install. Alright, so once you're at this screen where it says that the virtual device has been created successfully, you got that nice little 100% right there, just go ahead and finish. And then we have our virtual device ready. So if you go ahead and hit start, it might take a little bit depending on how terrible your computer is. If it's as terrible as mine, it's going to take quite a while, but it should be going any day now. Oh, there it is. So that white logo, kind of the inverted logo, is actually the emulator itself. So when you see the pink with the white circles on the inside, that's the program, kind of the interface, and then when you see this, that's actually the virtual device. So this is it. This is Android. I'll go ahead and cut to after the boot up has completed. Alright, we finished booting up. Actually didn't take quite as long as I expected, but of course, all that depends on your hard drive speed, whether you got an SSD or an HDD. Sadly, I've got a crappy old hard drive, so it took a while, but it might be significantly faster on your computer. So anyway, we'll be greeted to this welcome screen. Just hit got it. And this is Android Marshmallow 6.0. Not exactly sure why this old-fashioned bar is up here. Kind of strange. Maybe hit me up in the comments down below. Explain that if you understand why that's there. But yeah, this is Marshmallow. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could even go ahead and install Google Play. I'm not going to make a video on that in this tutorial, but if you really want to know, hit me up in the comments below and ask me that as well. So anyway, this has been a TNG tutorial. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. This is TNG signing out. Have a good one.